All right, well, I am so honored to be here with you ladies today to have this roundtable discussion about life, especially leading up to this consequential ruling of Dobbs versus Jackson Supreme Court, likely to give a ruling, we think, in June. I even want to read a quote from one of the best-known pro-abortion groups, the Guttmacher Group. They said that 2021 was the most devastating anti-abortion state legislative session in decades. I mean, that's amazing to see the state starting to take this on. Marjorie, why do you think that is? What created this sort of revolution?
Well, without question, we would not be in the moment that we're in if we had not elected a pro-life Senate, a very strong pro-life president who fulfilled promises about Supreme Court nominees. So it has become very real, the idea that Roe v. Wade could be overturned.
If this is overturned, I've heard a lot of people say, okay, that means abortion is over forever, but that's not true. It just means it would get pushed down to the state. So talk a little bit about what that actually looks like if this becomes not a federal issue, but a state issue.
Yeah, so if Roe is overturned, then we think about half of the states in the United States, abortion would be illegal. But you've got very large states, California, New York, New Jersey, just essentially codified Roe to make abortion legal there. Even if Roe is overturned, there's other states that have done that same sort of thing. So we still have a lot of work to do.
There's still going to be debate there. There's going to be a reality that hits. And so there's going to be a need for strong leadership. I spent a lot of my time talking to the governors of those first 21 or so states.
It's the red states. And that's what I've been trying to tell folks is I think a lot of red states say, well, we're safe. You know, our state's going to move to make abortion illegal. We're going to protect moms and babies. And I'm like, well, you haven't known Planned Parenthood yet because they're going to come into your state. They're going to be funding the Democrat governors. You know, this is going to be a war that you've never seen before in Mississippi or Arkansas because it is really 51 battles.
You know, we are entering into midterm elections, and we will see how the Supreme Court rules. Is this changing how we talk about it?
I think if you look at the landscape now, from now until when the decision comes down, so maybe now until June, it's not surprising to me that the other side has not already blown their wad on tons of ads. And I think it's because they do not want to talk about 15 weeks. They don't want to talk about the baby at 15 weeks. What they're waiting to do between June and Election Day is talk about how we took away their rights. The people in robes took away their rights, and that will be what they want to set up as one of the main, if not the main issue that they want to drive home during the election. Because you either label yourself and your candidate, or they will do it for you.
Right.
Especially given the heightened nature of this issue between June and the election. So every single time, talk about the humanity of the child, the extremism of the other side, the fact that democracy will continue, will come back to the states, and we get to talk about this in the public square.
And this is a popular subject. So that poll we just did with most liberal voting bloc, the Gen Z and Gen Y, and we have a lot of things to be concerned about, ladies, on that. But the polling that we did, the numbers we got back, 80%, and these are majority Democrat young people, said that they thought that they should have a vote and a voice on abortion policy where they live.
That's right.
That is a winning issue for any political leader, really.
If Republicans do win the majority in the House and potentially likely in the Senate, but Joe Biden, who is very, very pro-choice, is still in the White House for 2 more years, what can get done?
Well, hopefully nothing. Hopefully, at least now we can stop. We can get a CR instead of an overturn of the Hyde Amendment in every single department. So mainly to mitigate damage, to prevent bad things is frankly what we're there to do. But we have to get at least one of those chambers.
We have we have to start as a movement filling in the gaps that need to be filled in. Because if Roe is overturned, there is going to be a tsunami of women coming that need assistance. And we have to be the people. We don't want abortion anymore, then we have to be the ones that fill in the gaps. We have to be the ones that say, okay, you don't want an abortion? then we're going to be the ones to help you. We're going to be the ones that come alongside you, that provide those items, that provide that help. And what Kristen said earlier is so true. Call any abortion clinic in the country and say, you know what, I need some help with diapers. See if they'll help you. None of them will.
There's a free docu-series out there. I would encourage the conservative movement to start educating themselves now about the dangers of chemical abortion, because that is the abortion industry's post-Roe plan. It's to get these pills, and we talked about in the hands of every girl and over the counter. So you can go to thisischemicalabortion.com. It's a free docu-series. It's right there. You can distribute it. But we've got to get our churches, everybody we know, educated now, because this is what's coming. I mean, it's literally going to be on college campuses in 6 months in California. Every college campus will be distributing chemical abortion pills by state mandate.